A seismic event of unprecedented magnitude has rattled Yellowstone National Park, culminating in a supervolcanic. A seismic event of unprecedented magnitude has rattled Yellowstone National Park, culminating in a supervolcanic eruption that has left scientists, residents, and global observers in sheer disbelief. On the morning of November 8, Yellowstone's notorious supervolcano erupted with devastating force, sending a colossal ash plume tens of miles into the stratosphere. The sheer violence of the eruption shattered the tranquility of the park, prompting emergency evacuations and triggering a cascade of natural and societal upheavals. Eyewitnesses described the apocalyptic scene as a deafening roar split the sky, followed by a fiery explosion that engulfed the iconic caldera. Geologists have long warned about the potential for Yellowstone's supervolcano to erupt, yet the scale of today's catastrophe has outstripped even the most dire predictions. The ash cloud spread rapidly across the surrounding region, blotting out the sun and plunging areas into an eerie darkness. Lava flows surged through nearby valleys, incinerating forests and destroying wildlife habitats in their path. The park's famous geothermal features, such as geysers and hot springs, have been drastically altered, with some obliterated entirely and others becoming even more volatile. Thousands of tourists and park personnel have been airlifted to safety, though officials worry about the long-term impact on those exposed to hazardous ash. The ramifications of the eruption extend far beyond the boundaries of Yellowstone. Ashfall has begun to blanket states as far as Nebraska and Montana, crippling air travel and forcing the closure of airports and major highways. Local hospitals are struggling to handle the influx of patients suffering from respiratory issues and burns from volcanic debris. Agricultural experts are already raising alarms about the potential for massive crop failures, as thick ash threatens to smother farmland across the Midwest. Meteorologists warn that the eruption could impact global weather patterns, with the potential for volcanic winter and widespread cooling over the coming months. Emergency response teams, including FEMA and the National Guard, have mobilized to assist affected communities. Shelters are being set up to house evacuees, but the sheer volume of displaced people is overwhelming resources. Despite these efforts, communication networks are strained, and power outages have become widespread across much of the impacted region. Scientists from the U.S. Geological Survey are working around the clock to monitor the ongoing seismic activity, expressing fears of secondary eruptions or landslides that could further compound the disaster. President Smith has declared a national state of emergency and is coordinating international aid to help mitigate the disaster's impact. Globally, the eruption is sparking urgent discussions among world leaders about preparedness for supervolcanic events, and markets are reacting with plummeting stocks amid fears of prolonged economic instability. Experts are drawing parallels to historic eruptions, like Toba and Tambora, which altered the course of history through climatic upheaval and mass suffering. Yet for now, all eyes remain fixed on Yellowstone, as the world waits anxiously to see whether the fury of the supervolcano will continue or abate. As scientists struggle to grasp the eruption's full magnitude, the sense of vulnerability reverberates across a world now faced with the raw power of nature's most destructive forces.